Good evening, everybody. Now, I'm just a simple man, and my name is Noah Foster. Welcome once again to A Simple Man's Rant in Wrestling. This week, we will be discussing everything I have seen pretty much in the past week. It is currently Thursday, September 26th, I believe, 2019. But you get the idea. It's basically the week before everything changes. I feel for the better. For wrestling fans in general. Simple as that. Let's just go ahead and kick this thing off. So what have I watched this past week? Let's talk about New Japan Pro Wrestling. We had our Destruction in Kobe event where there was basically the conclusion of the Destruction Tour in New Japan Pro Wrestling. We crowned the winner of Young's Lions Cup. Darn it, Cindy Goodbye Chris, you called it right. Carl Fredericks, he pulled it out in the end. Really impressing everybody here, saying you haven't seen the last of me. Shibata could not be more thrilled. And then we learned about the top two are going off on their own little excursion. Ren Narita is going to train under Shibata's LA Dojo now. And Shota Umino, he is now off on his own excursion in the UK. I can only imagine they're going to come back better and stronger than ever. I can only imagine the disappointment the two men have because they came so close to winning this. And truly, I am surprised that Carl Fredericks pulled off the win against Shota Umino. But in the end, he got him with a submission. So, congratulations, Carl Frederick, on winning the Young Lions Cup. But that wasn't the biggest highlight of Destruction in Kobe. No. Destruction in Kobe is known for leaving you just, wow and odd and questionable. Last year, the biggest impact was definitely when Jay White basically started what is now known as the Cutthroat Era. Basically having Gato become part of him, and then over the months, he became leader of Bullet Club. And boy, look at what it's culminated to 1 year later. But before all that, let's talk about the other highlight, and that was Minoru Suzuki and Jushin Thunder Liger. I think Minoru Suzuki doesn't know what he's done at this point. He has woken a sleeping beast that is devoid of human kindness and consciousness. For those of you who don't know, I am talking about Kishin Liger. Yes, Kishin Liger. I believe this is now the fourth time he's been brought out. The other time he's been brought out is when people have disrespected his traditions of New Japan Pro Wrestling and, of course, his mask. I know against the Great Muta back in the 90s, it was brought out when his mask was removed. And then Suzuki-gun, they messed with the horns from his mask, so Kushin came out again. And Kushin has mixed fortunes when it comes to victories and defeats, but boy, has he left an impact. And he has laid dormant for quite a while. I believe his last encounter was when the horns were teared off from his mask by Taiji, another member of Suzuki-gun. And he got his revenge against Taiji by driving him through a table. So now we got two men that are not strangers to each other, but now this is one-on-one encounter. Oh my gosh. We have Kishin Liger versus Minoru Suzuki. And this will be taking place actually at King of Pro Wrestling next month in October. King of Pro Wrestling is a stacked card. I can only imagine that this could potentially be the last match that Jushin Thunder Liger has. But I know Minoru Suzuki, these two are just legitimately insane. The violence that's going to manifest between these two, and that spike spot, if that's any indicator, oh my gosh, that thing was driven through the table. I'm looking very forward to this match. The other highlight, though, now is we really don't know what could be lying ahead for Wrestle Kingdom. Jay White became the new Intercontinental Champion. So let's look at it this way. Tetsuya Naito, he's the one that started this whole destino of being the first dual champ in New Japan Pro Wrestling to hold the IWGP Heavyweight and Intercontinental titles. Now he has neither. He has no ticket into the event. However, we know that he has history with the person that holds the certificate to the heavyweight title match at this time, and that is Kota Ibushi, who he has beaten on numerous occasions, to the point I feel like I'm surprised Kota has a neck. Then again, we have Kota defending his certificate against Evil, who beat him in the G1, and we got Sonata going up against the current IWGP Heavyweight Champion, Kazuchika Okada, at King of Pro Wrestling for the title. This Wrestle Kingdom main event could evolve now to Evil versus Sonata. And then Jay White's, he could somehow lure his way in. But then again, I feel like Jay White could go after Okada. I feel like the certificate and the IWGP Heavyweight Champion have at least 3 defenses before Wrestle Kingdom, but I could just be speculating. I mean, it's not like they do automatic rematch clauses in New Japan Pro Wrestling. But then again, we still have New Japan Raw. We have the Super Junior Tag League and the World Tag Cup. I mean, there's a lot of events, so I guess if it could happen. But right now, Naito's on the outside looking in. This is weird. Anyway, also, congrats to Roppongi 3K. They got an IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team title shot where Yo pinned the other half of GOD and suffered a brutal beatdown afterwards. I thought Discretion in Kobe, though, was a very fun event. A couple of surprises, to say the least. But the ending I called. And Hirooki Goto and Shingo Takagi. What a match. Definitely went longer than the G1. And I called it wrong. Goto won. I guess Goto now is going to challenge Jay White, he says, for the IWGP Intercontinental title. I mean, he did beat him during the G1, so it makes sense. Goto is on a roll. G might mean gold now for Goto. It really might come true. I'm curious when they'll set this match up. And as of right now, it has not been officially announced. It's not even on King of Pro Wrestling, which really surprises me at this point. Anyway, so that was my New Japan Pro Wrestling shtick. Let's go ahead and move into WWE week. So, Monday Night Raw, what's my biggest takeaway from it? The Fiend is slowly taking over to the show, as we had the Devolved intro graphic, which was pretty cool. And then we had Seth basically talking about how he is basically facing a living nightmare. But then he basically calls out Braun, and then we get a rematch from the Clash Champions. Control-C, Control-V, aha! And we basically get that as the main event again. Braun Strowman and Seth Rollins. I gotta be honest with you, my only real highlight of Monday Night Raw was definitely The Fiend. The Fiend saved the show for me. There was a couple of good matches, some good tag matches. I mean, you had the Good Brothers face War Machine. I refuse to call them by the WWE name because that's stupid. And changing their names is also stupid. But then it devolved where AJ got attacked after being sent to the back by Cedric. So Cedric and AJ looks like that's still going. And I guess Paul Heyman's still trying to push him, even though Vince is a freaking idiot and wants to bury Cedric Alexander. That kind of pisses me off. But I will say this. Paul Heyman in Creative Control, he has made a lot of good moves. I truly hope that the Maria thing is not his idea. Anyway, EC3 finally got a match and was destroyed by Rusev. Sad face. Nikki Cross has really been showcased proper, I feel like. She is incredible. I love her character, and I love her in-ring athleticism. Her and Sasha, I'll admit, they had a really good match, and then it devolved into chaos. Not the chaos I remember Sanity doing. And in the end, Sasha Banks won. Sasha Banks going in with a ton of momentum as we head towards Premiere Week, which will be Go Home Week, also the Hell in the Cell. Anyway, Bayley, I feel like, is still looking the weakest here as Alexa just took her out. And then Becky, she had an impromptu interview with Michael Cole, obviously pre-recorded, talking about how, hey, she wants Sasha in the cage. She doesn't want her escape. She wants to destroy her. I am looking forward to the Hell in a Cell match, I'll be honest. I'm not looking forward to the red Hell in a Cell, but it is what it is. And I'm glad that good brother Chris had a lot of fun at Monday Night Raw, too. Shout out to the leader of AEW Nation. Let's see here. 24/7 title. Okay, can this just die? You went from the men to the women, and now you're truly showing some of the best women at their worst. You're really having them go for this. Can you not come up with an original idea? Can they just go to NXT? This 24/7 title, I feel like, has reached its end point. And now that R-Truth no longer has it, and Carmella does, are you kidding me? Yes, glasses off. This is just stupid to me. I'm sorry. I just don't care. It's not entertaining. Anyway, I will say this, though. That Fatal 5-Way Elimination match for the Universal Championship opportunity next week was very impressive. I'm so glad Rude was strongly showcased there. Again, this had to be Paul Heyman because Paul Heyman's high on Rude. Dang it, he should have won, though. But, yeah, I guess Rey Mysterio versus Seth could be a pretty awesome match. I still say we need the Professional Wrestling back as a top-tier champion. Make Bobby Roode champ. Bobby Roode could be the leading guy of your company. Forget the TNA stick that you have with him. Rude is glorious. Rude is money. Simple as that. That's all I gotta say about that. Then we had the main event, which was, of course, Seth vs. Braun. Another great match, and Braun has definitely been looking the strongest against Seth, truly as a monster with these quick kickouts and taking multiple stomps. But then we had what saved me for the night, and that was The Fiend, who basically said, as indicated by Area 5 at Funhouse, sharing is caring. Man, the 5 at Funhouse is always a highlight. And then The Fiend came out and attacked Braun Strowman, and did not one but two mandible claws, putting him down, terrifying Seth in the corner. This was incredible build. It truly shows Seth fearing The Fiend. It shows The Fiend not only as a valuable competitor for the title, but also a threat to be taken seriously, as he took down the monster of WWE, Braun Strowman even. Who can stop The Fiend? And I'm looking forward to that picture on next week's Firefly Funhouse. So, yeah, those are my highlights from Raw. I'm sure there was more that happened. But again, this isn't really a review. This is just a rant in wrestling. Tuesday night, not much to take away here, in my opinion. Okay, let's see. 24/7 hijinks. It depresses me so badly that you have the likes of Asuka and Kairi Sane going after this title and not the women's tag team titles. And then you have Sarah Logan, who I said do something with, and this is what you're doing her with. Why don't you form a wild tandem of her, oh yeah, Ember Moon was going to have to do, of her and Ember Moon, and make a tag team, and build your women's tag team division with some valuable teams. I get it. They're pushing the 4 horsewomen. That's great. But at the expense of all these other women, I know not everybody can be main eventers, so do something better with them. This 24/7 title is just stupid. And I did a whole shtick of this with my friend, the Holiday Chris Mace, on 24/7 vs. Hardcore title. At least the Hardcore title didn't interrupt important matches. It didn't make other competitors seem degradable. And even some top-tier near talent went after it and elevated it as well as others. 24/7 title's done nothing like that. It's a comedy stick and social media appeal. Come on. You're already appealing to the freaking kids of the WWE Universe by putting them on YouTube. You really need this? And then having people like correspondents and celebrities I could care less about, #non-sports, winning this title too. It's just stupid. This is all just stupid in my opinion. The Randy Orton's word, stupid. I'll tell you what's not stupid though. The fact that we got Brock facing Kofi. I'm sorry, I'm over Kofi. I'm over the friggin' Pancake WWE Champion. I want this title to be prestigious again. I don't want pancakes and syrup attached to it. I hope Brock destroys Kofi. I'm sure this will be the main event of the premier show. I believe it should be. I'm sure they'll make Kofi look strong, but Brock better win, or I'm on record right now. If Kofi retains the WWE Championship at the SmackDown Live, at Friday Night SmackDown premiere, I am no longer watching SmackDown. Simple as that. Anyway, we also had, of course, Daniel Bryan basically now face. Great opening match against Rowan. It's surprising me how much they're pushing Rowan, I must say. And Luke Harper and Rowan, I'm glad they're back as a tandem. I guess Bludgeon Brothers are back, but they still don't have the same uniform entrance or the mask and stuff. Great beatdown angle, but then we got Roman, Daniel Bryan, they challenged. Now we got this match at Hell in a Cell. What's interesting is we only have 3 matches now, I believe, announced officially for Hell in a Cell. It's very curious to me, but I'm sure we'll pick up during this go-home week. Anyway, what else happened? Quick squash between B-Team, I forgot they're employed, and the New Day. Yeah, that was something. We still got short jokes going on between Baron Corbin and Chad Gable. I think this is a stupid approach to push him as a babyface, but at least Chad Gable's getting TV time and having great matches with Corbin. I like the whole Game of Thrones Dark King that Corbin went with. I think it's very fitting for him. And again, all hell King Corbin. I called it. I'm glad he's king. He seems to be doing a lot of it so far. Hopefully they go with this. I mean, they even changed his music slightly. A royal decree of darkness, I like to call it. And he and Chad, they also had a great match for Monday Night Raw. And this angle continued. Poor Mike Kanellis. Chad Gable and Mike Kanellis would have had an incredible match in 205 Live. Hashtag 205 match. And instead you gave us this. And then Elias. Ring. Short song. Ah, damn it. I fell for that. Ah. Now I hate myself. Anyway, looks like we're getting the feud between Elias and Chad Gable. Wouldn't surprise me if this is set up for a Hell in a Cell. They need matches on that show. Really? And then, let's see. Closing angle for SmackDown Live. Shane, KO, retcon of Stone Cold Vince for Control or bye-bye. Yeah, that was a thing. I honestly don't care about this match. I honestly don't care about this at all. Shane needs to go away. This KO face turn has hit rock bottom. No pun intended. Or maybe pun intended. And I don't think there's nothing left for him. Anyway, yeah. So Premier Week, we got a lot of Legend showcases. Go figure. Not a lot of real original matches. Go figure. A lot of repeats. And again, I feel like as far as the Premier Week goes for Raw and SmackDown Live, the only thing I'm looking forward to is Brock becoming WWE Champion. And yeah, I guess that's really it. I mean, I guess there will be some new sets in Pyro, so that's always something to look forward to, finally. And I'm looking forward to how these new announced teams hash out, so we'll see what happens. Moving on, let's go to the best day in WWE. Wednesdays, as of right now. NXT UK. Man, they really, really know how to showcase the women's division. A lot of depth to it. I enjoyed this week's show, and it wasn't the strongest, but again, Rhea Ripley, she looks dominant. I look forward to the setup for her and Jazzy Gabbert. Tegan Knox, Kaylee Ray, they're obviously building towards that. Noam Dar challenging one member of British Strong Style, Jordan Devlin making his claim. Overall, it was a good show. I mean, there wasn't really nothing to really take away per se, except maybe the British Rounds match that could have been better, but I thought that was unique to say. And Sid Scala, he just never gave momentum after that knockout blow to the back of the head. But it is what it is. And then this week, the biggest highlights were Noam Dar. He beat Transcendent via just insulting and degrading British Strong Style. And it looks like we're getting set up for Jordan Devlin and Tyler Bate. I'm looking forward to that. Tegan Knox with Kayla Ray should be a very good match next week. Shiny, as Tegan is. And then Isla Dawn, who I believe has huge potential. She faces Piper Niven. That should be a fun contest found on respect. Good return for Ligero, by the way, too. And Imperium's proven how you're supposed to take this seriously. The match is sacred. That was awesome by Walter. And speaking of which, NXT. Oh my gosh. These two NXT USA hybrid WWE Network premieres have hit it out of the park. I am so happy for NXT. Glad they had a great viewership turn on their USA premiere, 1.1 million. Hoping they can keep up that momentum. I hope more people give NXT a chance as we head into Wednesday Night War. Yeah, it's a real thing. Anyway, Matt Riddle, Killian Dane. Great matches, great angle, great setup. A lot of hard hits, and Matt Riddle will face Adam Cole, baby, for the NXT title. So glad that the Undisputed Era is finally draped in gold, prophecy fulfilled. Velveteen Dream, he is a star in his own right. Candice LeRae finally being pushed towards the title truly shows her being a challenge to be more than Johnny Gargano's wife. Glad she's taking this chance. Glad NXT is giving her this chance. And Keith Lee, Dominic Dijakovic. I can watch these two wrestle an Iron Man match and not get bored. The things these two men are capable of in the ring together, and just in general. Mamma mia, to quote Marinello, incredible. Imperium invading NXT is freaking awesome. I know they're setting up freaking Walter versus Kushida, and I would love to see that for even the NXT UK Championship. I hope that becomes a thing. Pete Dunne, he still loves what he does. Cameron Grimes has been looking very strong. Good to see Dakota Kai back. And, yeah, I just like NXT. What can I say? I respect everything they're doing. They're constantly changing it up. They're showing us a lot of new talents, it seems. Giving them a chance. Wish their t-shirt designs were a little better. These 30 plus, I figured like only 5 is what I really wanted. But anyway, got to get that new Undisputed Era shirt too next time I get paid. Note to self, add to cart. But I digress. Save to cart. And I'm glad that the announced team for a commentary team, for NXT is not changing at all. So far, I think they're really hitting out of the park. And Triple H love the pageant he shows, not only for his product, but the fans, is truly something admirable. I love NXT. Simple as that. 205 Live, great matches as always. We got Levi Kinnick trying to prove a point. He came in as champ. He wants another opportunity. A battle of cousins between Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo. That was a sight to behold. Danny Burch was his first 205 Live debut and winning. Well done. I love how 205 Live is really developing a tag team division. They really could use tag titles or go at the NXT titles. I hope we see more of that. And welcome back Lio Rush. And I cannot wait for Lio Rush versus Drew Gulak for the Cruiserweight title. Yes, NXT respects the Cruiserweight title. Hashtag 205 Live matters. And I hope I see a Cruiserweight title match on NXT. Personally. But I digress. Anyway, yeah, those are just some of the highlights and just some of my thoughts. And I look at all these titles and stuff like that, and then you got Premiere Week with limited commercial interruption, which we'll talk about more shortly. What else did I see? Oh yeah, Ring of Honor. They're doing their next paper, Death for His Honor. I did predictions on that if you want to check that out. I hope Kelly Klein kicks Angelina's Love's ass. I'm sure Matt Taven and Rush will have an incredible match. And I'm looking forward to some great all-around wrestling from this show in general. Let's see, Impact Wrestling. So, Tessa Blanchard's being pushed through the ECW originals, it seems, and I feel like they're going to set a Lethal Lockdown match, apparently, but it sounds like now she just might be thrust into the X Division, which would be interesting. You're not setting up necessarily Brian Cage versus her yet, but I can see them setting that up within the next year. I see Trailblazers their own path and breaks the boundaries of intergender wrestling. And I respect Impact Wrestling for what they're doing. They're really trying, okay? And I feel like they have a lot of capable talent on their roster. Just saying. Alright, so that's just my simple rant and what I've watched in wrestling. Let me talk about a few things I'm thinking about in wrestling. So, Premiere Week. We got Raw on Monday, NXT Live on Wednesdays, and SmackDown on Fridays. You literally are moving NXT UK to Thursdays. You're bringing a talk show, I guess that'll be on Tuesdays. But Impact Wrestling's also going to Tuesdays now on Access TV Live. Congrats to them finally, since Anthem owns most of Access shares. Access is literally becoming the alternate wrestling network. They got Women of Wrestling, New Japan Pro Wrestling, and now Impact Wrestling. I love it! And I'm looking forward to more of it. Johnny Morrison. He's signed with WWE. I'm very curious what could that lead to. I mean, the highest hype he got was the IC title. Would they really set him up against Nakamura and just keep him there? Could this be potential of the Miz turning heel and get 30 heels again and they become tag champs? I feel like Miz needs a heel turn, personally, but that's just my opinion. The way these announced teams are hashing out, it looks like they're sticking with the 3 booths, but I mean, that's okay. I mean, Jerry King Lawler, you got him back on commentary. Hopefully he respects the women matches. I can only pray. Congrats to Vic Joseph on making it to the big time. I feel like he deserves it. He and Dio should make a great tandem. I really wonder what this means now for the 205 Live commentary team. Then we have NXT still being Mauro Ranallo, Nigel McGuinness, and Beth Phoenix. I think they do a great job. SmackDown Live, oh boy. Corey, Michael, and Renee. I really wonder if they're turning Friday Night SmackDown into the new A show because Fox wants everybody, including The Fiend. So apparently The Fiend now is wanted by both shows, but Paul Heyman did extremely high on The Fiend too. So I really wonder what network officials and representatives from Fox and Raw and Friday Night SmackDown will really be part of this draft. We got a draft coming up after this Hell in the Cell pay-per-view as we enter Go Home Week. Then we got NXT who says they'll be going live against AEW with limited commercial interruptions. And they have 3 championship matches. The only one that doesn't have a championship match is the North American title, but apparently Village of Dream will also be on the show. However, during this you have the premiere of All Elite Wrestling. I'm just going to say it right now, ladies and gentlemen. I will be simulcasting both shows and live stream reacting to them. So I look forward to you all tuning in for that. I hope you all ask me questions. I hope you all give me your thoughts. And I am looking forward to the Wednesday Night Wars. The Wrestling's Fall begins. October is going to be an incredible, incredible month. I could not be more excited. Simple as that. I'm glad they're bringing back Pyro and new sets. I hope these new sets are really worth it. We've already seen the new logos now for Raw and Friday Night SmackDown. So we'll see what happens. And I wonder how commercials are going to negotiate now too on Fox and SmackDown. So don't show me a lot of Family Guy crap. Anyway. Yeah, I'm very curious to what Premier Week can hold. And I mean, 205 Live sounds like it's still going to remain the same. Hashtag 205 Matters, thankfully. It looks like it's still going to be taped after Friday Night SmackDown. So now I have that on Fridays. And yeah, Access TV will get Impact Wrestling live after Bound for Glory, which is October 20th. But they'll be doing like some encores of their best pay-per-views, including Homecoming and Slammiversary these upcoming Tuesdays, as well as This is Impact Special, Defining Impact Wrestling. So I'm looking forward to that as well. I think Josh Matthews does a pretty decent job. Just saying. Ring of Honor, they don't have a preview until Final Battle after this, but I know they keep going through like Glory by Honor, and they got the UK tour coming up, so I'm hoping more for that promotion. I really do hope they can garner some, leverage in this wrestling blow-up. I mean, when you think about AEW, they really have led the wrestling boom when it comes to wrestling companies just hashing out, really, and going live. I mean, the NWA is even doing their own live thing coming up. I think the end of September, beginning of October. So I'm looking forward to what they do with James Storm, Nick Aldis, and Eli Drake, along with the others. But again, you can only watch so much wrestling. I mean, I set up a graphic about what I plan on watching in wrestling, including Stardom, and I'm heavily behind on that. And again, Kogetsu, Momo Utami, and of course, AEW wrestler Bea Priestley. Bow Down the Queens, some of my favorites. I know Tony Storm still works there as well. Jungle Kiona is very impressive. Hasumi, ASM for those of you who don't know. And Tokyo Cyber Squad is interesting, to say the least. But I still think my favorite faction is definitely Queen's Quest. Anyway, so yeah, that's just my simple rambling and simple run in wrestling for this week. As far as what I look forward to this coming week, where do I begin? Let me just talk to you. Tomorrow we got Depth for Dishonor. This weekend, stay tuned. I will be recording a State of AEW address, outlooking and predicting both the opening AEW show and the true NXT Live 2-hour full USA premiere. Now that Suits is finally over. I also will be doing predictions soon on King of Pro Wrestling and Ryogoku Kokugen. And this weekend I plan on doing hashtag 205 Live Matters, as well as predictions on Fighting Spirit Unleashes at least the show that's going to be live on NJPWWorld.com. And also New Japan World coming up. I plan on predicting that as well as we celebrate and respect 20 years of Hiroshi Tanahashi in the business. Man, that guy, you cannot bet against the ace. Go ace. I feel like he will never, ever truly stop. God bless him. Also coming up, we have Hell in a Cell predictions. I really wonder how that's going to hash out. I imagine that's going to be the following Saturday. But yeah, I'll be watching Raw. I'll be watching NXT UK. I'll be watching NXT Live, AEW, 205 Live, and of course Friday Night SmackDown. I don't know about the blue carpet thing because the whole celebrity cameo thing is just meh to me because I don't care much about her stuff really in media. I'm just about wrestling. Simple as that. But with that, that's just a simple man's rant in wrestling. Thank you for tuning in to episode 3 of this. This will definitely be readjusted and more outlook and more edited. And maybe include some more original wrestling content. Maybe like a random match I watched in wrestling, as some of you all suggested. But again, time's just been hard with college and work and everything else. With that being said, if you want to know more about me, thank you for tuning in. Know this. I'm just a simple man and a lifelong fan of wrestling. If you want to follow me and talk anything wrestling, all 5 brands of WWE, or AEW, or Ring of Honor, or Impact Wrestling, or New Japan Pro Wrestling, or Stardom World Wonder, or Independent Wrestling, Sport Independent Wrestling, folks. Look me up on Twitter. NoahDQ.com/Noah takes you to my Twitter page, or follow my simple YouTube channel here at youtube.com/user/NoahFoster210. You'll find all sorts of recaps, reviews, summaries, takes, and predictions on all things wrestling. An organized, neat little playlist for you. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. I would appreciate it. Maybe I'll do more of this stuff live and even on camera. If I hit 100 subscribers, I'm at 90, and thank you for all the subscribe and giving me near 4,000 views on this channel. Hit that bell to know when the next video will go up. Always stay tuned for my channel because I always put up a highlight video. That's usually my newest video on the front page of my channel to keep you all up to date as well. And also, if you haven't already, follow the hashtag 205 Matters Facebook group. We talk all things Cruiserweight Wrestling, then, now, and forever, and review and discuss the 205 Live brand, as well as their inclusion and showcasing under the NXT banner, and more. And if you haven't figured it out by now, support NoDQ. They're the reason I'm in YouTube. Forever indebted to Aaron Riff and the entire NoDQ family and NoDQ Galaxy. Go buy a shirt. NoDQ.com/merch. Go buy a mug. Go buy a hoodie. Go buy a hat. Go buy Troll Slayer. Do it. Just buy everything. Simple as that. So much stuff. There's something out there for everybody. Even I have a shirt, and I never thought that would happen in a million years. Someone thought the next shirt should be just me saying, Lucky! In the Pepsi logo, or just sign of glasses or something like that. Anyway, follow NoDQ on all your social media platforms. Your opinions matter. Go to the official website, make a friend, make an enemy, attempt to troll the Troll Slayer, virtue. There's a comment section of everything. Pulls, comms, memes, gifs, reviews, recaps, sexy female pics. You name it, it's there, it's wrestling. Primarily WWE and AEW slowly invading. And as always, as I like to close, support your wrestling outlets, both big and small, and let's keep growing this incredible, diverse, unique, elite wrestling community together. Simple as that. With that, as I always try and do to keep this under 30 minutes because I feel like that's just best for everybody. Thank you for everyone that tuned in. Like, share, subscribe, comment, tell a friend. Let me know what you watch, care about, think about, want to know about, or really appreciate in wrestling. And yes, I also watch Ali's World, Being the Elite, and Road to AEW every week too. And I will be breaking down the AEW Tag Team Tournament as well. That was the other thing I meant to mention. Also, yay, Ali! I look forward to big things from her. I've been a fan of Ali forever. Ever since Smash Wrestling and the Cherry Bomb Courtney Rush feud. Demon vs. Slayer. If you haven't seen that yet, go watch it. Anyway, until next time, enjoy life, enjoy wrestling. Tomorrow's never guaranteed. And stay tuned for me with Owen Finch and the Wrestling Rundown as we discuss the Hell in a Cell match between Shawn Michaels and Triple H from Bad Blood. I forget which year because I'm extremely tired from school and work. Sorry. But again, with that, enjoy life, enjoy wrestling. Tomorrow's never guaranteed. Treasure your families. And until the next video and the next time I talk wrestling, either off camera or on camera, here on my Silver YouTube channel or on NoDQ, have a wonderful night. And remember, wrestling is for everyone. Simple as that. Bye, everybody.